Disney merchandise. Everybody likes a good Disney merchandise. Sure, we got the famous Figment popcorn bucket, which is one of the most famous ones out of the merchandise, with your favorite Disney characters in each merchandise. But however, there is one merchandise in particular from Disney, where, for some reason, was when I remember when I was a kid. And every time you open a box, you get a mystery figure in it. You get a character inside. And what am I talking about? Yes, I am talking about the ripoff of Kid Robots of Disney's Vinylmation. Vinylmation has a pretty key part in my childhood. I remember collecting them everywhere when I was a kid. And now, finally, Vinylmation has been pretty popular. But however, it went down on the wayside, and very much has been very obscure. So today's video, I think it's time to take a look at a history of the Vinylmation rise and fall, of how Vinylmation became popular and then it went all the way down. In today's video, let's talk about the Vinylmation, the rise and fall of Vinylmation. Let's begin. Our story begins on a guy named Stephen Miller, who is the manager and external affairs of Disney Ambassador Program at Walt Disney World and Disney's California Adventure. No, not Disney California Adventure, in Disneyland. He does some interesting stuff with Disney Park merchandise, and he was kind of the guy who, had ideas of Disney merchandising. So he decided to come up with an idea of making a set of vinyl figures, which to be called Vinylmation. He actually, the story about Vinylmation is that he wanted to create something like, he wanted to make it like a mysterious and creativity of chase. And, that is what the Vinylmations are actually about. Because actually, all the Vinylmations of every single Vinylmation is made by an artist. Made by an artist at the Disney studio, which is actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool that, that they can make their actual Vinylmation at Disney studio and Disney Imagineering, right? I don't know if Disney Imagineering, they made the Vinylmations. I'm not sure. Let me comment down below if they did. He did a good job, and he is a very nice guy. That's how it started. On November 14th, 2008, the first Vinylmation series was launched. And the first one was the Disney Vinylmation Park Series 1 collection. It featured the monorail from Disney World, or maybe it's representing Disneyland, I think. We have a weird looking Mickey Mouse. I think it's the teacups. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a small world. It's what's maybe trying to represent. Maybe leave me a comment down below. The Yeti from Matterhorn. Figment from Journey to Imagination. And I actually kind of like this Figment Vinylmation. Looks really cute. I like that he's wearing his yellow and red shirt on his body. That's pretty cool. Kermit the Frog from the Muppets. I think it's trying to represent Muppet Vision 3D. I think it's from Muppet Vision 3D. That's what it's probably representing. The Sorcerer Mickey Mouse hat, which I think it's trying to represent with all the stars and the moon and all that. Disneyland Fireworks, which is probably the Disneyland Fireworks Mickey Mouse Vinylmation. We also have the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. I guess that's what it's called, the creepy wallpaper. we have a Mickey Mouse. I think it's like a chart. I don't know what this is supposed to represent. Like, but I think it's trying to represent the Main Street Electrical Parade. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Leave me in the comment down below if you think it's true. If this Vinylmation is representing Main Street Electrical Parade. It does have lights on it though. On the back, it also has a battery charger, so maybe we'll understand. We'll see. Smart One from Communicore, and we got the Poison Apple from Snow White's Scary Adventures. And yeah, that's basically it. But what was the biggest part of the whole thing was there a mystery chaser. Each Vinylmation also comes with a mystery chaser, so you don't know what you're gonna get until you get, like, I guess 10,000 boxes and you get to open it and try to find the mystery chaser inside. And you probably will get lucky. If you get the mystery chaser, then you're well in luck. You are a millionaire now. So what was the very first mystery chaser in this line? Well, it's the Disneyland balloon. Yes, so it's not a hot air balloon. It's one of those Mickey Mouse balloons thing that you get at like a balloon, like when people hold the balloons, they gave it to you for free with the balloon. So it's a Disneyland balloon from, I guess, from Disneyland. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. It's a cool chaser. I definitely would say the first chaser is not bad. But actually, the prices. So the first ever Park Series 1 Disney Vinylmation. Guess how much it is on eBay? It is over $999,099. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this set is the first ever Vinylmation set to freaking date, guys. It is one of the most expensive sets on eBay, and it still is to this very day. Yeah, a lot of them is basically in the sets. Some are actually, if you get one, it's either $25, like max, like $50, or like 25, or you get $49 if you get one with it. And it's actually pretty cool that it is. That's an awesome piece. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool that it's still expensive this very day. And I don't know, I'm willing to see if I can get this whole set. We're not 100% sure if we will. I want to get the set so bad because it represents the first Vinylmation set. However, there was also a 9-inch scale set. Oh yes. So basically, there is a 9-inch scale set that was released. And basically, you know, there was a 9-inch scale set. Okay, so here's what came in the Park Series 1 9-inch set. Mickey Mouse as Disney Cruise Line Mickey Mouse. Bikini Mickey Mouse. Or Swimsuit Mickey Mouse as he's ready to go swimming. An e-coupon. An e-ticket coupon, I guess is what it's called. A Haunted Mansion Vinylmation figure. The Into Small World Clock Tower. Safari Mickey Mouse. And of course, the 9-inch version of the Haunted Mansion Creepy Wallpaper. Along with another Vinylmation. Along with another Haunted Mansion Vinylmation. And yeah, that's basically it for the 9-inch scale. There were also plushes as well. The plushes include the Yeti Abominable Snowman from Matterhorn Bobsleds, the Disneyland Mickey Mouse Balloon, the Disney Monorail, the Clock Tower from It's a Small World, and including the Mad Tea Party Mickey Mouse vinyl figure, and of course the Disney Electrical Parade Mickey Mouse plush Vinylmation, And yeah, that's basically it for the plushes. And yeah, Vinylmation was doing pretty well in November 14th of 2008, and merchandise of Vinylmation has been with different things. And yeah, there were a ton of merchandise of Vinylmation in 2008. So now, let's move on to our next topic. In 2010, it was a huge success for Vinylmation. It was also getting a store at Downtown Disney District in Florida, including the one in DCA at Disneyland. That's right, there is a Downtown Disney in California. So actually for that, around in April 9th of 2010, the Downtown Disney had a brand new store called Dean Street, and this store featured Vinylmation figures. Also appearing on the event, new Vinylmations were released. Brand new 9-inch, including a brand new set. In that event, the first ones that did came on the grand opening ceremony was the Muppet set, the Laugh Off set, the and that's basically pretty much it. But I think there's more. There was also a brand new line for Vinylmation. That's right, keychains. Vinylmation had keychains. They also had t-shirts of Vinylmations, lounge bag flyer bags, light up Mickey Mouse Vinylmation, and also including more merchandise. There was also a Mickey Mouse with Vinylmation figures made to look like Mickey Mouse. It's kind of like the Lego store at Downtown Disney. Actually, Downtown Disney is now called Disney Springs to this very day, if you were wondering. The store was an instant success, and another one at DCA opened up probably on the same year. Let me know if I got that right. Also, with that being said, Downtown Disney's Dean Street was instant success, and basically more Vinylmations came on the year in 2010. Like Disney's Phineas and Ferb got Vinylmations, Star Wars got Vinylmations, including Marvel. But also, it was a good year. Also, it was really popular. So now, they also had a new thing now, where you can actually trade your Vinylmations. Yeah, that is correct. You get to trade your Vinylmation, and you trade it with a different vinyl. If you don't like the Vinylmation you don't have, you can trade it for a new one that you really like better. If you have a duplicate, you can trade it at one of the cast members at stores. They also had Vinylmation at Disney Store, which is actually very interesting. But they had one at Disney Store where you can actually trade at Disney Store, plus Vinylmations were also there at Disney Store. Also, Vinylmations were everywhere around the park. including Disneyland. Also, it was also in Mouse Gear, it was also in the Emporium at Magic Kingdom, and it was also including the World Showcase store at Epcot, which is actually very interesting. Every single store has like a different Vinylmation like stuff and displayed, which is interesting to say the least. They also had a Mickey Mouse Vinylmation statue of the Mystery Chaser symbol. The Mystery Chaser symbol. Around the mid to late 2011, it was also that the sign was also changed with the light up with a brand new fresh looking sign. And also the green, this square Vinylmation Mickey Mouse thing also lights up. It lights up when it's green means you go in, and red means you stop. That is absolutely pretty cool. Now also, this store used to be a Planet Hollywood store next where the Planet Hollywood restaurant, because I don't think that the Planet Hollywood had like a store or anything. Let me know if I'm right about that. Also with that, it was replaced by the Planet Hollywood store that was before it. That's why on opening day, they were still trying to work up the logo and the sign. And painting job. It used to be red, but now in opening day. But actually turned out to be green. The door also was themed to many other Vinylmation figures. And other major stuff. So yeah, Vinylmation also had pins as well. Which is absolutely insanity. However, they are pretty common this very day. You can easily find them if you go to a pin trading area. And they're going to be still there on the pins. So, they're very common to find. Also, in early of that year, May to late 2012, also, something else was different. They had many events. At D23 Expos, they had exclusive Vinylmations for the year, which is insane as well. Stephen Miller was in by a good shot with Vinylmation, and everyone really got the craze going. And there were more to come out soon. And oh boy, Vinylmation was at the peak of popularity as the merchandise. So yeah, that's basically it with Dean Street. So, the California version's not really major. I don't know what was replaced by. Let me know in the comment down below what was replaced in California with. And let me know. Now, let's move on to our next topic, which are brand new things happened in 2012. So, the first one would be as a brand new set called the Park Star series. This set was released, the Series 1 released in tins on 2012 at Dean Street, which is because of it. They're not really Mickey Mouse shaped ears. Instead, they're the actual size figure of the character. It's really cool. In the set, for example, the Yeti from the Expedition Everest this time, and we like to call him the Disco Yeti, Figment from Journey to Imagination, and also including It's a Small World figures as well. It also comes with two, the goat and the black guy, which the black guy with the boomerang. Also in the set was the bride from Haunted Mansion, the bird from the Enchanted Tiki Room, the robot from Horizons, the skeleton from Pirates of the Caribbean, and many more. The Chaser was the moon character, the mascot of Pleasure Island, which is actually really cool. To say this, the Vinylmation was now in the peak of popularity at this now. Also releasing in 2013 there was another new set called Vinylmation Popcorn. This is when it's just the tin, but it's not a mystery this time. Although they did do that in 2014, where they decided to pick a rare version and the common version. There was Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Chip and Dale, Pluto, Donald Duck, and of course Ursula. Also, to promote with the Frankenweenie movie coming out in 2012, they also did in 2013. I mean, they did a Frankenweenie Vinylmation popcorn. I actually do have the Donald Duck one. I remember having the Mickey Mouse one that I bought on eBay. So I bought Vinylmation popcorn on eBay. There are also times of the limited edition ones where there are limited edition ones instead of the actual common one you see it at a store at Disney in California and in Florida. And yeah, what's the next one, you may ask? Well, yeah, Vinylmation was at its peak of popularity, and well, sure enough, there were lots of events featuring. They also had some events too as well, like the Flower and Garden Festival, and of course, Festival Holiday and New Year's. So yeah, that's correct with Vinylmation. And of course, it was very huge. So now we get to the year. And yes, sure, Park Stars, back on the Park Stars, they had 5 series in the Park Star series. Also, I forgot to mention that the Disney Park series Vinylmation I said before, actually, they had other sets as well, which is very interesting. So yeah, Stephen Miller is doing great with Vinylmations and doing more sets in the coming years. And then came 2013, where something different came to the packs. So usually the older versions of the Vinylmations, they also come with a card. In 2013, it appears that they decided to not tell the artists. I also forgot to mention that the Vinylmations are made by artists, which means they took away the artist, but the artist is still on their feet, on the back. Not the back, but the front of the feet. Underneath the feet. Underneath the feet, the artist is there. So yeah, Vinylmation is already doing strong. With that being said, now the Vinylmation figures did change. They used to have the buttons like Mickey Mouse and his nose, right? The ear is still intact, but now it's just flat, which is the difference. Also, now we're getting into 2014, where it's some reason something came a threat to Vinylmation. A little bit. That being Disney Tsum Tsum, which also comes to the fall point. So this is the rise point. As of course, Vinylmation was kind of doing good. In early that year of around the mid 2014, something did happen with Radio Disney. On Radio Disney, their mascot is a Vinylmation figure, which came out in 2014. Also, there was also an app. It was also on the App Store. There was also an app where you can actually create your very own Vinylmation, which was on the App Store. Unfortunately, it's not there on the App Store to this very day. But it is pretty cool though. How in 2015, a short film called Blank was created, featuring a Mickey Mouse Vinylmation. The story is about, that the Vinylmation character, named Blank, is trying to get into the box. However, with that being said, he needs to get something colored until when he came back, when he went to the Vinylmation creation machine, where all the Vinylmations get colored. However, he didn't get colored, and basically very much up. However, he met a girl in the front of her hands, and they decided to be best boyfriend and girlfriend. However, the girlfriend got taken, so Blank had to try to rescue his girlfriend. Yeah, that's the story. And the end is pretty neat too. They just reused Vinylmations from years past. Also, with that being said, only around that year to promote Cars, they did like a set called Vinylmation, but Cars with monorails. Instead, themed the Disney Pixar film Cars. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And yeah, that's basically it with the rides. But now, I think it's starting to get to the fall point of Vinylmation's stop of popularity. Around to 2015, Vinylmation trading was gone. In 2015, that they won't do anymore. Also, stores were also losing out the Vinylmations. I remember there, and I remember that Vinylmation trading stopped, and all the in Disneyland, including the one in Walt Disney World, decided to stop. I also realized, wait a minute for 1 second, I also noticed that Tokyo Disneyland also had Vinylmations, which is very interesting to say the least, although I think they kind of stopped it when Vinylmation was starting to not be popular. So now, what's the end now? Why is Vinylmation coming to a close? With just a sudden? It's because of the fans. Fans are not really interested by Vinylmation anymore. They don't really care of it anymore, and they decided to move to other things, like Disney Pins. And I guess that Disney Pins is the most popular thing nowadays, and now, Vinylmation was almost trying to be popular, but sooner or later, they stopped making them. And for some reason, the last set was to release was Mickey's Space set, and including the Mickey Mouse Club set as well. They also had the Vinylmation as well, and that was kind of where the last remaining Vinylmation sets came to be. And yeah, it also can be due to the fact that also in 2016, bad news came on Dean Street when Disney announced that Dean Street will be closed. Also around the same year, then the California version also closed as well. This means that Vinylmation was already starting to lose popularity. And yeah, it's now coming to an end. After a decade. And the Dean Street in Florida got replacing with the Star Wars store. Well, for the California version, it closed down as well, and replaced with an actual Disney store. Not the Disney store you see in malls, but it was called Home. Called Disney's Home. Yeah, that's what it's called. So yeah, that's basically it for Vinylmation as a whole. But this was really much not the end, and 2019 was the worst of it. However, there's sometimes that the Vinylmations also appeared at the Character Warehouse, which is where, all that Disney merchandise don't get used at the parks anymore, and they want to get rid of it by making a store called the Disney Warehouse. I remember getting it one from 2014 or 2015 with Run Disney. Also, Run Disney didn't have Vinylmations at the time. And yeah, that's it. So what now? That comes to today. But what's And now it's today. People are getting Vinylmations. Some Vinylmations are very cheap on eBay and Amazon. Also, with the one fact being remained, this was already the end of an era. An era that makes everything come from it from the era. However, in 2021, to celebrate the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary, Disney decided to bring them back with a new set. That being called the Walt Disney World 50th Anniversary Vinylmation set. I was losing my fucking shit. I was losing that Vinylmation was finally coming back from my childhood. I was about to get the figures. Until when I went to the Beauty and the Beast store, Gaston store, they didn't have them. It was sold out before I had empty-handed. However, they did appear in Shop Disney. Although I kind of want to get them on Shop Disney. It's sad that I can't. However, it's soon later that it's not the end hope. I was thinking I would try to get this set. It included Mickey Mouse in his 50th outfit, Daisy, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Pluto, Goofy, Chip and Dale, Dumbo, Big Al from Country Bear Jamboree, the Skeleton from Pirates of the Caribbean, and of course, for the Mystery Chaser, my brother's favorite character, kinda, is Mr. Toad. And yeah, that's basically it. And also around mid to late 2019, they did a kind of a set from the Mickey Mouse shorts, where it's called the Mickey Mouse Shorts set. It's still themed to Vinylmation. However, the artists are back. The artists are like not there. Now it's just made by Disney now. It's not from like the artists that came from the Disney era. From the time when Vinylmation was popular. However, I think it's time to say goodbye to Vinylmation. Because Disney can do... there's other things that Disney can do. Plus, Disney did a set called The Wishables. They did a pretty good job. This started in around 2019 of The Wishables. They're pretty cool. They also did some different kinds of sets over the past year. They're making new sets from Disney, and they also doing the Fab 50 final set. But it's not Vinylmation. It's like an amiibo. It almost looks like an amiibo a little bit. That's pretty weird, or a Disney Infinity figure. That's weird. So yeah, they're doing other stuff instead of Vinylmation, and the reason is that they could do more possibilities and more things to come. With that being said, they have more Vinylmations to comparatively grow. And plus, I already have Vinylmations at my house. So basically, Vinylmation, is going to be a legacy. And, Vinylmation is very obscure now these days. And I'm going to miss the Vinylmation era. I'm going to miss me collecting Vinylmations over the years and collecting them and trading them. It's like, a dream come true. And honestly, yeah, that's basically it with the whole Vinylmation history. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful time. And have a wonderful Disney day. Bye. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.
The worst one. He's gonna get the stupid alligator. When he gets the alligator,
You peel it? I don't know how to open these.
yeah, peel it. This guy is so new to this.
Use your
What a
teeth.
fucking joke. Yeah, come on.
It's still like...
Use your strength. Use your dad's strength.
All right, we got two.
Olympian strength. 4 kids.
It feels good.
All right. Ooh, okay. We got a good
Good
feel.
start.
Now, is there a thing you tear? Oh, there it is. I see it.
Right into it.
Here we go.
What is it?
Come on, you got the dinosaur. You got the... I handed him that one. I handed him that one. No, you can't keep that. You can't keep that. You are not allowed to keep that. No, what the? Don't laugh at that. That is nothing to joke about. All right, kind of took the wind out of the rest of this. I hope I get something.